And this is going to be worth a lot right now for Cloud9. If they can drop this map as well, if they can win it and go all the way into the semi-finals, that would be absolutely historic. And they have got armor on everybody except Skadoodle. He's taking one for the team here. He's got the kit and the smoke. On the other team, a little bit of a setup here. They have grenades on a couple of people, but that's pretty much it. So let's see what happens here for G2. If they win the pistol, that would be such a great start.
Well, they're getting a lot of ground very early on. One smoke, they have stairs control, so stage one complete. Now they're gonna press onto this B bomb site. There's a stack, Skadoodle's gotta go huge. He's gotta land these headshots. It's not coming in, and now his teammate is isolated all alone in the site, but he somehow wins that. There's automatic. He slows things down, he's gonna buy time for rotations.
Was automatic the whole time, hiding in that corner. He knew they probably would not have a Molotov to clear him out, and there's a straight headshot. No bomb has been planted. They've been on this bomb for what seemed like years at this point in time. And BK goes down, and that is the round for Cloud9. A big gamble. If they check that corner before automatic gets a kill, it almost all spirals out of control, but they made it work.
It is a very small mistake from G2 with big implications. I think that boost in the back with Skadoodle on top really throws him off. They say, all right, well, there's two players there if Skadoodle is shooting at us from that location. Obviously, that's the B defense. There's likely no one else here. They're just going to be playing retake, and that kind of lulls them into a false sense of security.
Classic smoke that's going to land in the monster tunnel to try and prevent any kind of crazy rush. But it kind of seems like G2... Oh, no! It went the wrong way in the French. They saw that. They definitely want to see if they can maybe shut it down. Rush has got a great angle here with so many targets on the other side. The bomb is being planted, and now automatic's also shown up. Rush helping out. So bomb plant, yes, but not really much else. Apex is on a bit of a crazy mission here. Try and see if he can pick up a kill with the Glock, switching it out for the burst fire. And he's been locked out of this fight more or less already. Does get a kill. Grenade to the feet. Oh, Stewie, 9%. But that's going to be the round. There was a lot of craziness in one round.
Yeah, calm down, Stewie. I know he's got 3 knives already.
Now, there's no way that G2 could have known that they were going to get into the site like that. But I think if they had known, if they had armor and pistols in that round, because they got so far in, they would have had a very good chance of winning it. But they didn't, because they're going to buy in this round.
It's almost very interesting. It almost felt like Rush and Cloud9, that B defense got caught off guard with the fact that that smoke missed. They didn't expect that kind of a rush through that smoke. Rush missing some easy shots. That can't happen, but they sustained without taking losses. I think only Skadoodle fell, so they'll be fine with that. But knowing this plant, or knowing that plant went in, they're going to know this buy is coming. Aggression from Skadoodle just to throw a nade. He's going to fall back. Again, slow-paced and measured in this opening gun round for G2. Not wanting to get off to a bad start like the last map. They've got control. They've at least... They know there's no aggression towards stairs. They're going to go clear it now. They know there's no one pushing out of B.
They've left Shocks alone over there. There's always that one player on any team playing Overpass on the T side that is going to be playing alone outside of B bomb side. Everyone has got that one player in. You just want to make sure that the CTs don't get the information of sort of pushing out beyond the site, and suddenly they know exactly what's happening. So you've got to have someone who's sort of anchoring that part of the map. Now, under a minute left, as Stewie is walking his way through the smoke. Oh my god. That was much too close for comfort. NBK goes down. Stewie trying to get the timing. But Kenny's on the other side, and now Skadoodle's going to be very worried. He gets shut down from Body. Tarek flashing his way in. He gets the one kill. Could have had a second, but Body was already around the corner.
Follow-up aggression from Tarek, making sure things stay even at 3-3. He's the only one over towards A as well. Gotta be cautious.
Oh, but look at automatic. He's wedged up against the side, not all the way up against the ramp, which you can do. Are they going to be able to check it? There is a headshot, but somehow Shox is alive on just 4 health. They try and make their way through. Tarek needs to land just 1 bullet here. That's all it takes. There's one of them. Rush to follow it up now. 1 versus 1. The headshot. Rush taking it down. They win that first rifle round. That's going to give them so much space to work with.
Rush is such a boss right now for Cloud9. A huge win, and that was a great job. Tarek equalizes things at 3-3, immediately rotates over towards B, reads the situation perfectly, and they know they have 2 players low, and they just play that range so well. It's very awkward fights for G2 with 2 players at 15 HP. Rush cleans things out in a 1-on-2. Brilliant win, and now it's a double-up setup for Cloud9. The crowd is hyped, but this is actually a little bit risky switching into the double up here into this round, because if they lose too much to these Deagles, that's a lot of expensive money gone into an anti-buy, an anti-force buy.
Shock staring on top of the wall, and it's not because he's gone crazy. If you're new to the game, it's very common that people are going to boost or jump just to see what's happening on the other side. So that's why he's looking that direction. Didn't catch anyone this time. Skadoodle having a bit of an awkward fight. Going to be a very long grenade. That's a bit of a touchdown on MBK. He will be down to 66.
That's fine. Skadoodle's just warming up. Using that as a firing range there to start with. Some very big missed shots, and actually, oddly enough, I mean, he's losing this duel to NBK over and over again. Actually tagged him down to 32. This has created an opportunity. You can see Apex has made decent progress in the bathrooms, close up towards this A bomb site. The rest of G2, knowing that they have that much map secured, are going to come with. There's no nades, there's no smokes for this T side, but those deagles can still do damage.
They can, but you're absolutely right. Those grenades missing are going to be a really big problem for them in just a couple of seconds. 38 of them left. There's Stewie picking up 1 kill. Automatic staying alive well on the site, and Body's going to be going down. So they got close, but that's actually a great round to sort of explain to people why you need the grenades, because you see how easy it is for the CTs to pick up those incoming Ts. You need some sort of grenade there on the truck and on the other side of the, I guess, the SWAT truck. I
mean, Cloud9's kind of fortunate that it was mostly deagles for that G2 force buy, just because they kind of have to stand and take those fights. If it's CZs, if it's P250s, they can be more mobile, they can swing around the corners much faster. Well, having 2 AWPs in that site could have been a huge disadvantage against those weapons, but the deagles allowed them to be pretty comfortable. Take the fights they want. Here's some aggression. Down the stairs. Molotov and nades to the choke point. NBK takes a lot of damage. 43 HP on him. And this boost, this will be tough for Shox if he decides to move forward.
He peeked for it last time with the deagle, but he's up against the AWP. And that smoke, he's not going to want to challenge it. Oh, it goes a little bit too far, and Automatic is still ready.
He's going to hate himself for getting lured into that one. Thinks the smoke bouncing is his opportunity. Oh, Rush doesn't see him coming through the smoke as it fades. Automatic's got a big job to do, and he's got nowhere to go. He's got to hit the shots. There's one, but not the follow-up. Apex entries into the site, into a 3-on-3.
This is big for G2. They had such a tough start on the last map. This time they need to turn it around early on. Similar boost coming out, but oh, they were ready for it, and it still wasn't enough. Skadoodle does go down, so now it's a 2-on-2. If they can shut this one down, Cloud9, they're going to be off to such a brilliant start. Kenny in the back waiting there. NBK with the spray, taking one down, and now Tarek alone. 1 versus 2, very tricky. He tries to make the jump, but not going to make it, and now he's being shut down. MBK coming in with a big double kill. 3 health left. That's such a huge round for them.
Yeah, a really nice round, a really nice take of that B bomb site, and really good control on the post plant, even though they lose Apex early. A lot of good flashbangs coming out from C9, but a lot of faith NBK had, and Kenny S playing behind him with the AWP.
When they exit that tunnel and Rush is holding on the CT side, you notice the Ts, they make a little bit of a jump, and because of the curvature of the wall of the tunnel, they actually gain a tiny bit of speed. I did double check it, and you do actually move faster getting that kind of jump. It can help sometimes, and Rush obviously got double peak, but still, just a little bit of advantage in getting that speed boost.
The timing of it, of when that smoke fades, was really nice for G2, because it is sometimes a 50-50 on who's going to see who first.
Yes.
And obviously that time it was G2 and Rush before he even shoots a bullet. He's got a couple players looking right at him. Double up setup from Cloud9 was expensive, to say the least. You can see they're going to be back onto pistols with just 1 round win from G2. Couple flashbangs on Stewie, though, depending on how they want to use those. He's far back. There's the pop flash to come through the smoke. It does not work out. Kenny S. Easy shots and body coming up as well. They were prepared, and they handled this with ease.
Great in theory, Moses. In practice, though, they did get shut down rather hard in that round. So, from G2's point of view, that's finally a little bit of a sign of relief here. Also, the fact that they got Kenny, even if it's just kills against people who have no armor, just getting that AWP warmed up definitely makes a difference. So Rush is now trying to save the AK-47 into the next round, which they do need the money here on Cloud9.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, so does G2. They don't have the money to go chasing for this, so he should get away. I can't imagine G2 committing a whole lot. You can see Body down at the stairs. Here's NBK over towards the playground, but they shouldn't go too much farther than this, because they're still in that danger spot where losing, like, these guns are so valuable to them. You can let Rush have it. It'll be a second round, and G2 They got to be feeling like they need to go on a big run here to start things out. It's going to be 2-4, but they want to pile them on early. Keep Cloud9 with a low economy, just keep winning based off of that.
What is happening?
I don't know what those sounds are. I got nothing.
Yeah, we need to hire an anthropologist, Moses, and just try and help us out. Maybe a psychologist too. Kenny not looking so sad this time. You know, feeling that, all right, even if they won 4 in a row, still able to do it. You're having a hard time with the noises, Moses. I can tell
really
it's getting
throwing me off. It's
keep it up, guys.
Pouring into my brain.
Yeah, exactly. You're bringing Moses down. It's beautiful. Apex sees the rush through the smoke and behind that fountain. You can hide a little bit. Skadoodle gonna pick up 1 kill there. Stewie, oh my god, taking down Apex as well. They were ready for it. That was such a long fight, and just like that, it snaps heavily in favor of Cloud9. I mean, that was not what G2 were looking for.
No, but even with the big advantage, if you're Cloud9, why are you still here? Why are you still being aggressive? Although the adjustment is so nice. You don't need to be this overextended. There's a tap from Shox. That's beautiful. Needs about 4 more of them. Awkward timing on the peak. Gonna work his way. Doing a Stewie impression to Stewie, but he's ready for it. It doesn't matter, a headshot comes out. This is why you don't need to be this aggressive. You're still losing so much. Even with the huge advantage, this is expensive. This is costly now.
This almost never happens, and he's gonna walk in. His feet are gonna be showing. He still picks up that kill. Don't ever want to underestimate Shox. The one thing working against him is the time here, and he's gonna go down to automatic, but there has to have been a moment there on Cloud9 where everyone got real silent. They were so good at winning these early fights. They could have easily come out with more members alive. I'll take your point, Moses. They should have had a couple of more rifles in this one. But still, they shut it down, and G2 got no chance.
I mean, it's fair play to Shox. You can see how dangerous and deadly of a player he is. It's just if you're C9, just slink back into the bomb sites. You know there's only 2 of them. Just sit back. You have the AWP. You have the range. If you look at their economy now, look at what those losses mean. One loss here in this round, Cloud9's going to be back onto the save because of that. They're fortunate as well. It seemed like G2 was a bit disorganized in the beginning of that round. They weren't sure if they wanted to fight that aggression or just let them have it, or how they wanted to take care of that. It was Apex and Tarek in kind of a shoulder peak battle. And Stewie comes in and turns the tides. Pop flash to allow his teammates to come upstairs. There's not really anyone here for G2 to punish, but it's going to give them control. And how aggressive do they want to be?
Very aggressive, I think, is the answer. They just ran halfway across the map. Stewie did see them down there, but they're going to be right on him, and now falling back from long. This could be a little bit dangerous. Skadoodle running right into them. He had no idea they were going to be that close, and Stewie now alone on the bomb site. Backup is being called for. There's one flashbang, more to come. Stewie, they're right on top, and he's going to go down. Shox with the follow-up. This is looking a lot better here for the French. It's now automatic and rush left. The bomb is awkwardly dropped in the front of the bomb site, so if somehow Cloud9 knew that, would be a little bit interesting. Rush, did you see the jump pass? The bomb is going to be planted on that truck. This retake is going to be so tricky.
It's a flashbang on Rush. There goes the smoke from Automatic to help the cover. They need a pick before they go. Automatic's going to look for one. Do they want to risk this? That smoke's going to cover the swing out to the right. Oh, right behind the trash can. He ducks and peeks, and Kenny's out in the open as well for this. Rush sees him. There's the play from Shox, but the no-scope! Kenny's got to do it all. They're on the bomb, and there's the kill. He's got to find it. One chance, and it doesn't happen.
He even takes down Kenny at the end. Automatic, what a maniac. Running through that smoke, clearing it all out. Talk about a back-breaking moment, Moses.
Who knew Automatic had it in him?
Unbelievable. You see the effect almost immediately on the face of the French players here. They weren't ready for that. Kenny, I mean, he has no way to know if he's going to be left or right by that shot.
He did a 360 as well, Anders. You know what that means?
Yeah, there's going to be lots of emotes in the chat.
Well,
my God.
Nice! Somehow they pull off a miracle. Cloud9 taking that round, stealing it essentially from G2. Still low on economy, though. This is not a great buy, and they don't have a whole lot built up. It's going to be back to pistols for G2, but any investment here, if they can do any damage to Cloud9, that's all valuable at this point. They're going to have to make another small run, some kind of a comeback at the end of this first half.
They do. They are technically played on the least favored side, so I guess they can always sort of comfort themselves with that. But if they keep winning rounds here, Cloud9, especially close ones like that, but you technically have the advantage and you still can't make it work. It will get to you eventually. They did lose the first map as well, so it all comes down to this one map here. Flashbang in the hands of Shox, and they're going to try and set it up and see if they can maybe get in, pick up some early kill. The grenade right in front of them. Oh my god. Apex down a half health already. It's going to be a quick trade there as Rush is cleaning it up nicely with the FAMAS. 3 kills on him. Using their own weapons against the Moses. It's brutal.
The backup that Cloud9 has coming in, the secondary, like the rotations are so nice because actually G2 gained a lot of ground and were able to get into the face of the initial defense, and that was actually scary. That first kill, that could have just kind of forced that defense into a collapse, but it's the second player who comes in to back him up, covers the exact spot perfectly.
Russian automatic, both at over 100 ADR, which is obviously great news, and you see on the other team, it isn't quite there. Body is doing really well, but he needs somebody else to join him at the top.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at you're looking towards Kenny, towards Shox. I mean, toward NBK, who's had a phenomenal event. They've gone very quiet. This Cloud9 team has put G2 really out of sorts.
Yes, they have. The timeout is about to expire here as we head into the 10th round. 7-2 in favor of Cloud9. Skadoodle with the AWP. There's one on Kenny, so he's going to get one more chance here to see if he can maybe shut down the American sniper. Will be a bit of a rush, in fact, coming out again from G2, taking map control early on, smoking it out that Molotov and pushing right through on the other side. Waiting is Skadoodle. He's got back up from automatic, so Shox is in a lot of trouble here, and he's going to be walking right in. Shox with a headshot, goes wide, but Scar is ready for it.
You could see Scar, though, he wanted to peek into that tunnel behind that Molotov, and when he sees the smoke come out, he stops immediately and backtracks. He knows that means someone's going to try and work their way around it. Great awareness from him. G2, though, now creeping up close towards A. Cloud9 really hasn't challenged bathrooms a whole lot. Almost caught out with the timing, but here comes this hit towards the bomb site.
Smart Molotov coming in, or smart smoke coming in from Stewie, trying to make sure that he wasn't going to burn alive. Now Apex pushing onto the site, trying to get the spray in, but Tarek will get one. Stewie at the other angle. Great trading happening right now, and just tapping away is Stewie, getting the headshots on one and shutting down Kenny S. There will be one more round here for Cloud9. Great defense, and G2 just, they get close, but they just aren't putting enough pressure on.
And if there's anyone who's going to be happy into the crowd, it's Tarek's family. Listening to the chants. Listen, Cloud9's got this great theoretical flashbang going on at this A bomb site. You'll notice it. When those A hits come in from G2, the anchor defender at A just stares right into the truck, waits for the flashbang to come in behind him over the fence. It's perfect. It delays G2 just enough that anyone inside the A site defending can get unblind and can actually get into the action, and now they take it to him. Tarek's got one. Apex forced to be passive. There's the swing out wide, and somehow he wins it, even dinks Stewie. It's dangerous now, but he keeps fighting and comes out on top. Skadoodle covering underpass all meanwhile.
Absolutely feel it.
Oh God, it's back.
Every event Moses, it's something new. We've had worse. Think of it that way. Don't want to say how, because then we'll make it start again. Body and Shox are trying to see if they can get the most out of this round, which probably would be picking up a rifle and saving it. There's a chance at least. Stewie missing the opportunity. They're going to get both rifles, in fact.
Stewie's obviously feeling very comfortable at the moment, making some of these aggressive plays, and he's come out on top for the majority of them in this game. Still, you've given a rifle over to Shox. That's never ideal. Saw that earlier in a 1-on-5. 35 seconds. G2 waiting, hoping for one more mistake from C9, and here it might be, actually. Another overextension, but the flick down is just too fast. Shox can't handle it. There's Skadoodle again, a missed shot. Body can't clean up either kill, though, but he got close. Rush down to 15, Skadoodle down to 2. That's going to be a 9th round for Cloud9. They've got a 7-round lead.
The difference right there between an M4 and an AK-47, because those would have probably both been dead had it been the AK-47, but no such luck at all. 9-2, 7-round lead here.
And look at this disparity as well. You expect Shox to be up there, one to be stepping up. Stewie's outmatching him, doubled up on a lot of the critical stats. G2 needs some heroics from somebody. More aggression though. I think they spotted Skadoodle. How long does he want to stay here? And there it is, Kenny finds him. Skadoodle couldn't even react.
Yeah, great communication coming out there from the French team. That's what we want to see. Now that they have the lead, they have so many options. All they need to do is draw one person out of position. And in fact, look at Cloud9. They want to get aggressive in return. There's a great headshot from Buddy, looking for a bit more, but yeah, he doesn't have to fight this. He can just fall back. They've got the 5 versus 3 right now. It's a wonderful start to the round here for G2.
Almost expected Tarek to try and continue that fight. They've lost so much now. That's the response to try and equalize things, and it doesn't happen. They knew there was going to be one player there, but Buddy with such nice positioning. Still a relatively tough task for G2. They've got 2 ops to go up against. They've got plenty of utility to neutralize them. They just have to make sure they don't get punished. And at this point for Cloud9, you'd love to just get some kills, even if you end up losing the round. Get 3 kills, keep the money low on the T side, reset them one more time at the end of this game.
I quite like this from the American side, though. Stacking 3 in the A-bomb side. If they were going to show up, I mean, you'd have to have all 3 members there to defend it. Now they're gravitating down to the other side, so they might just be there in time. In fact, the bomb's making its way back the other way. This is all good fun for G2, but they have to keep an eye on the clock right now. Of all the ways you could lose a round, losing it to time would be by far the most devastating one. 20 seconds as Cloud9 are on the bomb site. They're ready for it. They see the smoke, so now they definitely know. And the backup is going to be called for. Stewie holding the gap. Tarek on the ramp, ready and waiting. There's going to be a headshot on 1. 10 seconds left. They need that bomb plant. Tarek getting one more kill. Almost a triple. 6 seconds left. Stewie runs through and he can't stop the bomb. 2 seconds, 1 second, and automatic. He can't stop the plant. It's just not enough time for him. An automatic going to come out with 1 big kill. Still 2 more to go. They shouldn't be showing themselves. This should be, again, impossible. He's going to walk right into Buddy. That's unbelievably close. G2, don't do that to us again.
They ran into a much more tough defense than they expected. All of Cloud9 there, like you said, you gamble stack and you just say, if you come here, we've got a chance. And there was one because G2 was so patient with that call. 9-3 though. And actually, we're going to get 2 ops on the T side as well. Freeze time running down. This is all the money that Cloud9 has into this round. Great initial hold from Tarek. Doing everything he can to get those oppers in a position to allow them to find the kills. And it just doesn't happen. Good cover from G2 as well, preventing Stewie from getting the planter.
Finally a round picked up here for the French. They're a little bit too few and far between the rounds right now. They need to start building an economy. They need to win pretty much the rest of the rounds here, make it 9-6. That has to be the target at the moment. Double EWP, as you said, and let's see how this all plays out. There's still 1 on Skadoodle. This time Cloud9 a bit more defensive.
A lot riding on this round. Could be a big half for Cloud9 or could allow G2 to close the gap significantly, just as we saw in map 1. It was a late first half run from G2 to close the gap. It's all down to this initial fight. 2 players in bathroom. That's going to be Stewie and Tarek, the 2 players you'd want to take the initial battles. Stewie's been spotted. That's an AWP. That's Shock's holding this angle. NBK's close up. This is going to be tough. They've got to fight their way out. They're pinched from 2 different angles in these bathrooms.
Yeah, they are. It's taking a lot of time, though. They see the shadow on the floor, and they're going to get that kill on Apex. NBK comes charging through with a great double kill. They had locked themselves in, just like you said, and eventually they pay. Skadoodle trying for a massive jump up. Set up from his own flashbang, and he gets the kill on Kenny regardless. Bringing it back into a 3-on-3 with just now 25 seconds. If Automatic can pick up this kill, that will be the bomb down and probably the round over. 20 seconds, and they try to make their way closer. Scar missing the shot. Oh my God! Getting shut down anyway. Skadoodle's finally going to be down. But 10 seconds, here's Automatic. The bomb is down, the headshots are in, Shox is dead, and it's going to be a 10th round here. Cloud9, every single time the French have any money, it gets stolen right away.
It just leaves something to be desired. I mean, G2 plays it so well to clear out Tarek and Stewie, but after that, the aggression just trickles in.
What a hero.
A champion of the people.
Someone had to be the first one to do it, Moses. The counterculture is in full effect now. 14th round here, ladies and gentlemen. The scoreline is 10-3. Cloud9, 7 maps ahead. 7 rounds. They won the first map. And again, the French do not have the money to continue this fight. Body is still powering through, but they need more.
This has been a rivalry building over the second half of 2017. They've played each other so many times down the stretch. Played themselves earlier here at the major. Cloud9 to win it here would be a good way to cap things off.
What a story it would be.
I don't know what G2 is going to do in this round. They don't seem to have the answers even when they have rifles. Now they've got one AK-47 on Shocks. They've got CZs across the board. And you can't even blame them for it at this point because they just need more rounds on the board. They need to go for it. And Stewie's going to peek right into this AK. Does he want to do the shoulder peek? He swings out wide. He gets baited into it. I think he saw Body with the pistol. Wasn't ready for Shocks. And even Skadoodle with that AWP is forced back, but he has legged Apex, so some damage has been done, and there's the nade cleanup from Rush.
Oh, they're very close right now. That smoke is timely. Make sure they don't easily get shut down. NBK is gone, and Skadoodle is just... he's really feeling it right now.
Which was one of the key points made. Oh, and it through the smoke! A little bit of luck on his side, and Skadoodle is helping Cloud9 shut down G2. Apex now the next one up. They can hear these footsteps. He's got 18 HP. Tarek cleans him out, and the AK hasn't really been able to get involved. Again, Cloud9 stopped G2. They've got an answer for everything, Anders.
I mean, that's just hitting a very high level of synchronicity when you get those kind of shots. It's hard to explain, really. But they're in full effect right now. The final headshot there to take down Shocks. 11-3 moving into the 15th round, the last of the first half here of map number 2. Something must change for the French. This has been an uphill battle the whole way. The crowd is loving this every step of the way.
Why not? Why not at all? The last North American team in the major up 11-3 over a G2 that, let's be honest, looked almost unstoppable heading into this match. They won 6 straight through the Challengers and Legends stage without dropping a single map. They dropped map 1 to Cloud9 and on the verge of going out, and Stewie almost gives C9 an advantage.
They're just so confident. Stewie loves those kind of peaks, which is why he went for it, then swapped it back over to Skadoodle so he can play the normal AWP. Gonna get 1 kill there. Does miss the chance. Shocks taking down 1. Could be an opportunity here, but the combined force of Stewie and Tarek right now just shutting them down. The knives are out. Shocks somehow coming through with a triple in the middle of all of that chaos. Stealing 1 more round could mean more than you might think here. Shocks is not going to get the chance. He's going to get taken down. No bomb plant. And long range here as Rush takes it through. 12-3 in the first half.
Just the hint of a smile coming out in the players' faces from Cloud9. They know that first half was so dominant. They've put themselves in a great position.
Boston has really woken up here. We're going to head into the second half any second now. And what half it's going to be. I mean, for this comeback to work out, for G2, everything would have to click. Everyone has to get up to Body's level right now. They need that AWP, probably need even just double AWP. There's going to be so much that has to work right now.
Yeah, I mean, they need someone else to come alive, and you'd expect it to be Kenny with that op. I mean, they need a complete reversal from what we've seen in these first 3 halves of Counter-Strike in this series. It needs to all turn around, and they absolutely need the pistol.
All right, a little bit of a run boost. Improvised as they rush their way towards the B bomb site. 2 of them splitting off into the sewer tunnel, and they're going to try and see if they can maybe pinch them in. There is a big stack on this bomb site for G2. If they push through right now, it just won't be easy. Deep grenade up onto the sniper spot, and they're crawling their way through the tunnel. There's one great click. NBK and Kenny combining for just a lot of headshots here, and they're going to shut down Skadoodle as well. Tarek, the last one left, and that's the kind of pistol round they desperately needed.
I mean, listen, both pistol rounds, G2 has had a 4-man stack at the bomb site, or excuse me, both maps. On the CT side, G2 has known exactly what's coming and shut it down. Just Tarek, that's a swift end.
Very well done. With that kind of start, all you need now is to carry it on through, as people have had a hard time doing.
I was going to say, now comes the real challenge, is winning that second round.
Look at Cloud9. Bullying them at the moment, buying the Scout, buying the Deagles. Surely not Moses. Surely that won't be all it takes.
We'll see. We saw those disgusting shots from Automatic back on Mirage. See if it can happen again. Rush is going to turn the corner with Automatic in tow. A two-man wrecking ball. As Rush leads the way with the CZ to clear up the corners of any kind of close players. Automatic's actually not going to go take the peak. They just get Rush into position. And how do they want to play this?
Bombs all the way on the other side. So good kill there for Body. Taking out Automatic. That's going to give them some space down here. The only one otherwise left is Rush, and he can obviously hear what's happening inside the bomb site, but he's hoping that someone would go and clear this place out. Get a kill on that guy.
I don't think anyone's going to give him that opportunity. You hope the Scout comes out and rings true and at least gets the tag onto Kenny. He's down to 30 HP. Puts that A bomb site on high alert. Apex has rotated back. Cloud9's not actually there. They would love a pick from Tarek. Got some utility. They got one flashbang to play with. That's on Stewie. They haven't made their mind. This B bomb site is a little open because Body's playing it passively and NBK is inside the site. And look at Tarek. Now he's going to get aggressive. Shox hears this the whole way. There's the flashbang. There's the peak. Even though it doesn't do anything, it's an easy kill. And there goes NBK. Now the bomb site is open. They can get a plant out of this, which would be phenomenal.
Yes, it would be. They stopped for the fight against Body, and that was a bit too much. Kenny picking up a couple of good kills there with the FAMAS. And finally something working out for the French. It feels like it's been ages since we've been able to say that. 12-5 the scoreline. They're not going to be able to buy in this round, Cloud9, and we'll see what happens now. Can they keep the focus up even if they have a bit of a slow start here in the final half, or what may be the final half?
That's the question, is on this defensive side, can G2, they love to be aggressive here, so if they build up enough money to be able to feel the risk, if they get, I mean, it's still a comeback scenario, so if you're G2, it's a tough question of when you want to bring out those risk-taking aggressive plays, but if they ever start feeling confident enough to do it, that adds a whole different wrinkle that Cloud9's going to have to overcome.
Now, they don't really need to do much of anything, G2. I mean, this is one of those rounds that is less exciting in a way, because for them to sort of push and be too aggressive, especially with some of the heavier weapons, not really needed. Shox has got the MP9, so he's going to be a little bit confident in taking this early peek, and he does hear them on the other side. Oh, they're going to be lining up for it. They don't have any armor. Oh, just one kill. A little bit of a shame there. That could have been a great lineup.
I don't think Shox expected that many people to turn the corner. He wasn't quite prepared for it, especially when they went silent. Oh, we'll see. They know Apex is here. He gets that first kill on Automatic. Can they trade this away? Yes. Even though Stewie has died, they're starting to make this expensive, and they've got a couple of weapons that they can do more damage with. And NBK only has a USP. What can he do? Can he stop this plant coming from behind? Skadoodle's going to go down. Here's the peak. Great timing, great positioning, great decisions from NBK.
Yeah, no chance at all now for Tarek. MP9 with about 40 seconds, and if the bomb had gone down, maybe he could have played some sort of mind game, but eventually they're going to spot him out. Indeed, Kenny will pick up the kill. A couple of great kills in the past rounds here for Kenny. Again, just building the confidence, obviously helping on the scoreboard as well. 12-6.
That poor guy. You got a Skadoodle fan next to you. Look to your left.
Yeah, he's got some backup there. Oh, the baguette has come out. He's brutalizing him. He calls security.
I don't think they've been watching. He hasn't been watching the game. That's not what's happening at all.
No, definitely not.
5 AKs for Cloud9. They can be aggressive. This can be a fast pace, and there's Kenny, the opening position with the AWP. He just gives it up. And I mean, look at the difference. Cloud9 has already taken so much control. There's the smoke. They want to gain a lot of room, a lot of space, and Kenny doesn't want to challenge any of this quite yet.
Oh, he sees the boost, but he still takes a lot of damage. That was very heads-up play from Kenny. I wasn't really expecting him to be looking in that direction.
Both ops are at the A bomb site, though. This can be scary. If one of these guys gets taken down, how do you defend the A bomb site with just one AWP? And this is a really awkward position for NBK to be in. He's got the backup of Kenny. A lot of attention here. There's the flashlight. There's the miss. That's a kill for Tarek, and Kenny still wants to fight. He wants to do more. He's tagged Rush, but they have lost a player.
That's such an incredible risk. I'm shocked they did that. Would have thought the other AWP would have been in the B-bomb side. 4 versus 5 now, 50 seconds, and they're very close to the site. Stewie, all he needs is the trigger, and he's going to be running right into them. There's the flashbang, the headshot to follow up. The spray is in, and Stewie taking down Apex. He was so close the whole time. Body and Shox can't even move to the bomb site.
No, and a small note, Stewie just takes a couple shots to make sure G2's attention is still on that corner for the flashbang, and it's perfectly positioned. A great take from Cloud9, great entries from Stewie. They're gonna get a 13th. Shox and Body, they can't even get into this round. They just have to save the rifles. Again, the double up setup is shut down from G2.
There is going to be a little bit of a discussion going on around that double AWP setup, because it really does involve the assumption that nobody's going to miss a shot.
It's hard to be too critical though, because they used it to great effect to get here, right? This is like one of the defensive things they relied on. NBK was phenomenal with it. And both of the AWPers, Kenny and NBK, that employ that have been quiet throughout these two maps. I mean, that's just, that setup in particular, you're exactly right. That's just too much. You're just saying you can't, an AWP in that position and you miss, you're just dead.
So incredibly risky, but...
I'm wondering if NBK was just kind of watching far back towards long and just got caught and made the decision that he couldn't fall back in time before they turned that corner.
I mean, he would have heard Tarek running in the restroom, so he might have thought, okay, if I'm hearing them running, I don't want to try and run back in the middle of it. That could have been it, you're right. Very hard to call at this point in time. It's 13-6. Cloud9 3 rounds away from making the semifinals. Again, that would be a historic moment. Skadoodle has been denied so many times, even making it into the playoffs.
I think it was, what, 8 or not? 8 in a row?
8 in a row, yes. If he finally gets here and then just powers on through into the semifinal, that would be quite the story, I imagine. 13-6 here as we move into the 20th round. We've got AKs and AWP there on Skadoodle, and then a lot of rifles on the other side. No AWP.
Flashbang and smoke into the Molotov allows him to take this very, very fast. No one from G2 being aggressive behind it. There are 3 players here. NBK and Kenny holding down bathrooms again over towards the A side of the map, but this has been a trademark of Cloud9. As quick as possible, take critical control of a portion of the map. They've got Russian position again.
Nobody from G2 wants to move. They're all standing perfectly still for a very long time. So what can Cloud9 make of this? They kind of need some additional information before they can really start to guess what's going on. Molotov and flashbang towards that long tree, but ultimately Tarek is not even going to check if anyone is there, just wants to fall back and maybe keep the pressure on. Looks like they're going to gravitate towards the B bomb side.
This is a bit awkward depending on where the fight is taken. The defense from G2 isn't perfectly primed to stop this. It would require a pop flash from Apex. He's got one. There's a pop flash to their own. Body's going to go down here. It's missed time, but now's the peak. It's got to work, but Blind, he gets sprayed down, and Tarek with the follow-up. Wipes that out so quickly, and there's not even a chance for G2 to recover. Over and over again, Cloud9 gets everything.
Like clockwork. You could see it. G2 were ready to get the trade. They say, all right, if you're going to flashbang your way in, we'll do the counter flash, and then we'll spray down everyone in the tunnel, except that didn't work. And now they're too close to the edge, I feel like. It's going to be 14-6 here. NBK and Kenny have to try and save the rifles, and it's not even clear, or they will get that 1 kill there on Tarek. Shots ringing through. Careful now. Automatic still gonna go down. Stewie's next in line, and he's gonna take that rifle away. That's perfectly worth it.
Definitely want that if you're Cloud9. It's just 1 rifle save for G2, and backs are pressed against the wall. Down 14-6. This is great. The tough part for G2 in this situation is there's no way to know that's coming. It's just 1 pop flash. There was no indication. It was silence before that. Body has no chance to look away, doesn't even realize it's coming, and then, unfortunately, Shox just gets sprayed down by a couple players, most likely full blind. That was a good pop flash from Apex. It's just, they're all spraying at the same corner, and surely some bullets are going to land.
Yes, indeed. brute forcing their way into the bomb side, you could say. A little bit rough indeed. 14-6 in the 21st round here. Again, G2 Esports, now there's no rope left. They must make every single round here work. If they lose now, they're going to be on no money at all, and even now in this round, it's not looking great. Not the kind of G2 we were seeing earlier in the tournament, but Cloud9 have looked fantastic, even better than earlier. Kenny for automatic, leaving Shox on 32 health.
And they've already wandered into the A bomb site. G2 is going to be rotating over, not ready for 2 players to be there, and Apex goes down without a fight. Bomb's going to get planted, and again, G2 is stuck behind choke points. They're going to be stuck behind smokes, Molotovs, and flashbangs. But you can't just give this up. At a certain point, you have to fight for it in G2. Like you said, there's no other options left. They've saved 2 or 3 rounds already. This one they've got to go for.
How do you even begin to convince yourself that this can work out? There's just already too much time off that bomb, and they have no way to execute into the bomb site to retake it. So now they're just holding all of the angles. NBK trying to save the rifle. He's going to get one, but Tarek will take him down. And on the other side, Shox is going to be killed. Body the last one left, and might as well just pick up that and run if you can, but not even going to happen. Body going to go up with the bomb, and it will be 15-6, ladies and gentlemen. Cloud9 1 round away from making their way to the semifinals.
As if it couldn't have gotten worse, Body dies to the bomb. That's the interesting thing. I think their plan, I guess, it almost feels like Cloud9's taken the fight out of them, because their plan is to go for a smoke defuse, something so desperate at the end of that round, and it doesn't even come close to working out. 15-6, and Cloud9 has so much money.
They have just been constricting them out of this round. There's no air left in G2 right now. What can they possibly do to bring it back here? They're so far behind. Need to win 9 in a row to bring it into overtime. And Shox is going to pick up at least 1 kill there on Tarek. Body to follow it up. Rush charging in, gets 1. The spray continues. He could have nearly taken out MBK. He's left on 12 health. But it's looking better this time for G2. Skadoodle jumping on in. That was brave at least. And he's going to be down. Body with a quad kill instead. And G2 now at 7 rounds. Better late than never, I suppose.
Bit of a sloppy round. I think Cloud9 trying to just let everyone do their own thing, see if they can get the kills early on, see if they can just trade their way into a bomb site. But you don't want to let G2 get back into this. You don't want to let any of these players come alive. Just close this out and get yourself to the semifinals. They got another chance here. Like I said, they have so much money. This will be the last buy if they can't win it. And back in the hands of G2 is a double up setup. So small window of opportunity for the French side.
Very quick jump there into the connector. Tarek has made his way very close. Is he going to try and be flashed through? Could be an opportunity from a teammate if they need it. He's ready and waiting. Going to make the jump over and spot nobody. Bit of a 1-2 punch setup going on over at long, though. Maybe they can make that work. Kenny's in the back while Shox is up front. So if Kenny misses a shot, Shox can swing wide and try and get the kill anyway. But flashbangs can ruin this, and there's one right in the eyes, and Shox can't see anything. The bike not going to save him either. Skadoodle goes down. And Kenny almost getting caught on the light post there. Very dangerous. Another grenade, and he has to fall back. So, good setup, but those flashbangs from Cloud9 so good.
Yeah, they've got, I mean, we've brought it up a number of times. Utility usage for Cloud9 is phenomenal in these games so far. Still, Kenny, you can see, you have to admire it. Still going back for the fight, still knowing he's got to do more for his team. Readjusting over towards the B bomb site. This is just NBK. He's all alone. Thankfully, there's only going to be one angle to this attack. No one coming up towards Sandbag, so he'll be able to survive if he can isolate these properly. When does the flashbang come in? Do they do it, or are they just going for contact? There's the shadow, there's the shot. NBK not able to get the second, not able to get the follow-up. And Body doesn't want to push into the side. He knows it's all on this round.
Stewie, he hears it. Apex stepping a little bit too soon. Now Body in so much trouble, but Kenny's going to be up the high ground, getting the kill. He almost went down himself. There's Body picking it up, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Stewie versus Kenny. The smell of gunfire and freedom in the air, and Stewie picking up that kill. And Cloud9 are in the semifinals. Oh my God, what a story. They shut down G2.